Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we have another episode of the RTG. Today we have some FUT Champs gameplay for you guys, man. It's going to be a bunch of scattered gameplay, to be honest. Like, it's going to be my first 5 games, and then after that, it's just going to be absolutely random games that I played in FUT Champs, just because I wasn't doing too hot this weekend. We're going to talk about that in this episode, as we do have a 15-minute episode today. But if you guys could drop a like in this video at the end, or right now, if you guys do enjoy it, please drop a like, how I said. Would really appreciate it. Turn your notifications on if you haven't already, as I do upload every single day, 4 a.m. PST and 12 p.m. UK time, especially now since I'm getting back to school. I will have uploads every single day, 4 a.m. PST. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, how I said, and follow my Instagram in the in the description down below. It's one of the first links down below. Go follow it. I post on there every single day. I've been posting on there every single day. Team of the year stuff, player of the month stuff, FIFA stuff, fitness stuff, personal life stuff, photo stuff. Like I'm posting a bunch of different stuff on there. Anything that I really want that's just more about me. So if you guys want to connect with me a bit more and a bit more personally, I would really appreciate it. And if you do go over there from YouTube, let me know in the comment. Let me know by commenting down on one of the pictures, and that'd be cool. I'll try and get back to all of you guys. So we're gonna get straight into this. I'm not too sure if I've actually showed you guys the team. I did show you guys the team, I believe. So we're gonna talk about this, man. We had a big weekend, and of course you guys see in the title, we sold Cristiano Ronaldo. Now I think the last RTG episode was we bought Cristiano Ronaldo, and now this one's we sold him. And it might seem kind of ridiculous, and I personally do think it is myself. I think it's ridiculous as well. And I lost a bunch of coins on him, so I bought him for 2,060,000. So 2,060,000, he was going for around 2,090,000, nearly 2.1 million coins when I did go ahead and buy him. I spent like 30 minutes trying to snipe him and find a good deal, and I finally got one. And I was like, okay, let me use this guy. Hopefully he should carry me to like the next level, and he should be scoring many goals. I was very happy to have him. I fit him into a team. I spent like the other 200k that I had left on a couple other players, and that was that. I also bought Ericsson, Davinson Sanchez, the UCL Heung-min Son, and I kind of just want to review this team and give you guys a bit of a review of some of the players that I did go ahead and try this weekend in the weekend league. So I tried a bunch of new players this weekend, and also I went back to a bunch of new players. So the new players, or we're going to talk about the old players first. So Dani Alves and MBAPPE were great as always. I really do like those guys, except Dani Alves, how I said, as always, he does lack a bit of height, and he is kind of a liability when it comes to crosses and headers. So those guys were great. Pogba, Matuidi, fantastic CDM duo. Just this weekend, something about the gameplay this weekend felt a bit different. And I'm not blaming it on the gameplay. I'm like, when I say gameplay, I mean like my personal I wasn't playing that well. Honestly, like I'm surprised I even managed to get into gold 3, because I was not playing very well. I felt like I wasn't having fun with the game as I usually, because I have fun with weekend league now, man. I do go ahead and enjoy. I do enjoy playing it now. And even though you guys are gonna see me put 5, 6, 7 goals past my opponents, I'm not playing well in these games. I don't feel like I'm dominating how I did in last weekend and the week before that, where I kind of just went, like, played amazing the first like 13, 14 games, but I did go ahead and lose some games that I felt I shouldn't have lost. So that's what happened. So Pogba and Matuidi, in my opinion, weren't as powerful or dominating in the midfield as they usually are, and it was one of the things that made me lack a lot, especially since I do go ahead and stop most of my opponent's attacks in the midfield, because I kind of just control a lot of Matuidi. Especially Matuidi, in my opinion, he did not perform too well for me this weekend, or I wasn't just playing well with him. And it might be just down to not playing division rivals during the week. Especially this week, I was very busy kind of catching up on schoolwork, as I did go back to school tomorrow from the day you guys see this. So I wasn't playing division rivals that much, so I didn't have much practice this week, and the previous weeks I was absolutely grinding division rivals, so that might be a big factor onto me performing well or not. And then another returning player from this weekend was Alexandro. Now Alexandro, fantastic left back, did his job. In my opinion, I didn't really have many problems with him, even though since I wasn't really controlling him, as he is a defender most of the time, and I just use him to connect plays down the left or right hand side from time to time. Now, those are the players that I have used in previous weekends and that I do like in FUT Champs, and for me are FUT Champs certified, and most of the time do perform well for me. Now, Getting into the new players, we had a couple new players. So first new player that we had was Davinson Sanchez. Let me say Van Dijk and Ederson are also returning players. We don't really need to talk about them. But Davinson Sanchez, not returning player, new player. I was very interested to see how he did play in the weekend league, and he wasn't bad. He was solid, but at the same time, I didn't feel as confident in using him as I felt confident using Socrates. I feel like Socrates is a bit shorter, and he has less interceptions. I think he has maybe less jumping as well. But Socrates was just fantastic when I used the UCL one, or the UEL one, I should say, the team of the group stage. And I think that is the second best center back in the Prem, along with Van Dijk, of course, in FIFA terms. So I would recommend using Socrates over like someone like Davinson Sanchez. Now, that was Davinson Sanchez. He was just all right. I didn't really think he was bad, but at the same time, I didn't think he was amazing or incredible or anything like that. He might be good for you guys. I'm not too sure. But every time I play against him, he ruins my day. That's just kind of how it goes. But that was that. Then, into the midfield, we had Christian Eriksen and Heung-min Son. Now, let's start out with Son. Son, the problem with him is he has a 5-star weak foot, which is great, and it helps a lot. And his height helps a lot. The only problems he has is the high work rates, which don't really benefit someone in a right attacking mid spot. Second negative about him is his agility. It's awful. It's so bad. It feels like he turns like a tractor sometimes, and it kind of makes the 5-star weak foot almost obsolete. Like, if I'm on the edge of the box and I want to pretend like I'm going to shoot one side, and then I'm going to pretend I'm going to shoot one side, then I want to change to the other side real quick and transition, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't go smoothly, and my opponent has time to figure it out, block me, and use the AI defending or whatever, the manual defending, to go ahead and stop my shot. So it was really hard to find that angle with Son when he had such low agility to change from side to side, which is why I prefer a player with a left foot on the right cam spot, such as Mohamed Salah, which I didn't have enough coins to afford. So Heung-min Son, for me at least, at the right attacking mid spot, his UCL version, not my type of player, not one that I really like. Maybe it's striker, where you don't need as much agility and you're in the box more, so you don't have to twist and turn as much. Maybe he's a bit better, I'm not too sure, but that is just my personal opinion. So that was Heung-min Son. And even though he did score some nice goals, I just didn't really enjoy him that much. Christian Eriksen, center attacking mid, the best player on this team by far. Now, you guys are probably going to think I'm drunk, you probably think I'm crazy. Christian Eriksen, man, incredible player. I feel like he was what Heung-min Son should have been with less pace. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what does that mean? How am I saying, like, what? Now, Eriksen has a 5-star weak foot, great dribbling, great passing, and honestly great shooting. I put a marksman camp style on him, and he was very good. He scored every single finesse shot I put in with his right foot, his left foot, the first time finesse shots. His passing was great. His dribbling was incredible. I really did enjoy Christian Eriksen, man. So good. Scored as many goals as CR7 in my opinion, or nearly as many goals and assists combined as CR7. That's how good he was. He was so good, man. I really highly recommend Christian Eriksen in this game as a Premier League attacking midfielder, as only in the center, not as a center mid. I don't think he'll play well there, but as a center attacking midfielder, he was incredible. I really did enjoy him. Now we go into the last player on this team, and man, I was so disappointed. He's like kind of why I'm a Real Madrid fan. He's kind of why I love football so much, and he's kind of why I'm so passionate for the sport. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo, man. Last player we bought, how I said I bought him for 2060 or 2,060,000 coins. And I was expecting big things from him. I was thinking, okay, this is the best player in the game. He can score from headers. He can score from outside the box. He can score finesse shots. He can score with his right foot, left foot, use skill moves. Just do everything, body off players. And I was thinking, man, this guy's going to score so many goals. This is going to make Aubameyang, who's my favorite player in the game, look like just absolutely awful. And it was the complete opposite, honestly. You guys are going to see Cristiano Ronaldo score a bunch of goals, actually. He's going to score a couple hat tricks, score a couple outside the box finesse shots, score some goals, score some headers. But not once during the weekend league, I thought to myself, wow, this guy is the real deal. My screen just turned off. I not once to myself, I didn't think to myself once, this guy's the real deal. This guy is a monster. This guy is worth 2 million coins. Not once. And I'm not sure if it was me because I was having a bad weekend, which I did have a bad weekend. I wasn't feeling the team as much. I don't know if it was me not liking the player. I don't know if it was me not playing well. But I don't see how CR7 can not work for me. And it's something that I kind of have to figure out. But once I have more coins and once I have more players and once I find a whole balance of the team as a whole. Now, he didn't work for me. He just didn't. And I honestly didn't like him. Like, let me be completely honest. I did not like him. I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as a striker is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, and Aubameyang is 20 times cheaper than CR7. Aubameyang is like 150, nearly 200,000 coins, something like that. Maybe probably 150 at this moment in time, in the market crash. So he is more than 20 times cheaper than CR7, and he's not even from a good nation. And in my opinion, he's better than him. I feel like Aubameyang's heading was better, his pace was better, his physical was better, his finishing was better. Even though sometimes he did actually not his. I wouldn't say his finishing, because honestly I had trouble creating chances and getting the ball to CR7, so I can't really judge him on that because I felt like he did put a lot of chances away. So Aubameyang, I wouldn't say his finishing was better, but I felt like I could get the ball to him and he would come to me for the ball. I could give it to him and he could find some space, create the ball, link up the play with the right cam, left cam. And I felt like he just felt better to 89 skills. My camera just turned off. We're going to keep talking. 3, 2, 1. We're back. This is where I can actually relate to 89 skills when he says, let me take my hoodie off because I'm getting hot in here. This is where I can actually relate to him. And when he says, find players that work for you because that is how you will get better results. And now I'm thinking to myself, he was right, because I remember he tried out Prime Ferdinand. He didn't like Prime Ferdinand. He went back to Varane, and he liked Varane better than Ferdinand. And when it comes to players that work better for you, I feel like he is very, very correct. And it's just about finding who works for you, and that's how you will get better results. We come up against this fantastic, crazy team here, man. It was kind of scary, and I thought I was actually going to beat this guy, but it ended up not happening. I wonder how many coins that team is. It's probably like 30 million coins, something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, let me go back to the topic. I felt like Aubameyang was better than Cristiano Ronaldo for me at least, and I really did enjoy him. I'm not too sure if I would have felt the same way if I had a full team full of icons, like if I had Pele, Eusebio, Cruyff, Holt, Vieira, like this guy did. If I had Cristiano Ronaldo in the team, would I play better with him? I'm not too sure. Like that's something I'm never going to be able to experience, just because I feel like I will never get to that much coinage without spending money on this game. So that was that. And that's kind of all I have to say for the team, man. Honestly, in conclusion, I didn't enjoy playing this weekend league that much. I just felt like it was kind of a chore, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. I didn't enjoy the team, I didn't enjoy the players, I didn't enjoy CR7 as much. But now it's kind of helped me realize, like, I lost around 150,000 coins this weekend just because of taxes and the players dropping in price. All the combination, all those things has made me lose coins. But I mean, it was a decent experience, man. I finally got to try out my favorite player in world football, my favorite player in the game. I thought who it was going to be, but it wasn't. It's gonna be interesting to see now where I go from here, man. I'm gonna have to try out new players. Like, I want to try out Patrick Vieira a lot next to Paul Pogba. I feel like that partnership's gonna be great. Michael Ballack, another guy I really want to try. Neymar, we have to bring Neymar back, man. That guy was just incredible when we did pack him and I played with him. Him with MBAPPE and Vieira would be crazy. I'm pretty sure I could afford Vieira and Neymar, which would be great. Another center back like Laurent Blanc, a middle Desai, a Rio, something like that would be great to try out as well at the center back spot, pair up with Virgil van Dijk. And I think Ederson is going to stay in goal because I really do enjoy Ederson in net. So you guys are going to see me sell everything here from the club and kind of just get up my coin balance to the highest possible it can be before Team of the Year does hit. So yeah, this is where I will end the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. A very long video for you guys here today. Make sure you go to my Instagram, follow me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.